You're watching Power Talk on your community TV station, UHF TV 33, Detroit, Highland Park.
This is Hodo, reminding you to catch the Hodo Show and the other Viewpoint at our new time, Sunday from 10 to midnight, for the very best in radio music and some of the most in-depth topics around, right here on your community radio station, 88.1 WHPR. I'm Hodo. Who are you? You're listening to.
You're listening to.
You're listening to.
You're listening to
The Hodo Show
on 88.1 FM.
Ghetto Racketeering. Ghetto Racketeering. A street novel by ARNO about a man's struggle to leave the streets behind or to hold on to the grimy, fast money. The trials and tribulations that shape one's life can dig deep. Find out how deep in Ghetto Racketeering. The street novel by ARNO. Pick one up today at Truth Bookstore in Northland Mall, 90s Knowledge Cafe, located at 12511 Woodward in Highland Park. Amazon.com and authorhouse.com as your local bookstore to order Ghetto Racketeering, the street novel by ARNO. For further information, call 313-685-6777. Will the streets control your life?
Top-notch graphics, your number one source for quality service. Get 500 business cards today for only $70, or 1,000 business cards for only $99. UV coated and coated. Get 1,000 flyers now for only $150, or 5,000 flyers for only $175. Cabaret packages are available starting at $225. Posters only $5 each. Banners $10 per square foot. We are here for your production needs. For more information, call 313-721-9789. That's 313-721-9789. This is a Norman Enterprises LLC company.
In my lifetime, past and present, from 69 to 99, born in the situation. In this nation, black man is a target for a confrontation. Black man being under hundreds of years of frustration and condemnation, lack of communication, yet overcoming, being driven by a force that pushes us towards the rejoice, pulling down strongholds of the enemy, trying desperately to keep us in slavery, and if not slavery, hanging from a tree. Why is all this pressure being put on me? Diabolical schemes while we were yet in chains, washing our brains with hate and unbelief, insane. Who to trust, who to love? They say we supposed to love who they want us to love. Separation, telling us off like cattle. Many blacks are portraying slave masters. Nigga this, nigga that. Gotta break off from that. Gotta change our minds and bring respect back. Only way we can make it overcome. We gotta seek the Lord's face, live as one, and live by his principles. Love God with the heart, mind, and soul. Love one another as we love ourselves, so we can be blessed. Pass the test, put jealousy to rest, put it to death. We've been in the fire and didn't get burned. Grace is our clothing, we must burn. Caught up in the midst of TV, yeah. Seeing all the violence decreasing. I wonder why MDS ain't hearing through the praise. Jesus Christ the King, you know the name. There is salvation, salvation all in Jesus' name. You ask me, who do I seek up in this black man? It is the G.O.D. within, the great I am. Where is the black man? I am a black man. Through the sands of time of Abraham descent, it's the top we'll find. I stand here right before you as I testify that the Lord has delivered as I walk on by. I seek early in the morning to see his face. I'm caught up in his light as I receive his grace. I go boldly to the throne and I praise his name. Everlasting to everlasting I am, this is his name. The great I am, he's the beginning and ending. Sent his holy son to die for our sin, so we may have life abundantly. Jesus is risen, his Holy Spirit's in me. And I turned to the Lord and I said, what you gonna do? Raise the black man, what you gonna do? Raise the brother man, what you gonna do? Raise the black man, what you gonna do? Raise the brother man, what you gonna do? black man, what you gon' do? Raise the brother man, what you gon' do? Raise the black man, what you gon' do? Raise the brother man, what you gon' do? Raise the black man, what you gon' do? Raise the brother man. I see kings running the set, much respect, creating opportunity for the rest. Bring the rest, peace upon the mind, got money flowing in like the
All right, little Legion for you, raising the black man. And I guess this on our live line calling in is probably our brother SUTTON-BEY.
This is a collect call from
SUTTON-BEY.
No doubt.
a prisoner at the Michigan Department of Corrections, Carson City East. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call, hang up or press. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Effective Monday, December 12th, the telephone number that...
Don't need to hear all that part. All right, we got our brother SUTTON-BEY locked in. He'll be coming in with us momentarily. And also we have another brother live in studio that you haven't seen before by the name of SPEARMAN-EL, and we're going to be talking to him as well. Let's see if we have Sutton locked in. You there, bruh?
Yes, sir.
All right, we got SUTTON-BEY locked in, we got SPEARMAN-EL in studio. And let me let all of you know, of course, what you're watching if you don't know by now. This is the Hodo Show and the Other Viewpoint, and I am your brother, if there is no other. I'm Hodo. Who are you? Now, tonight, for the next half hour, SPEARMAN-EL and I and SUTTON-BEY, for part of this next half hour, we'll be discussing what's going on, as per usual, with the penal colony. But this time we're going to take it federal and deal with how being inducted back into regular society is not necessarily the prime issue, the prime focus, the prime... they're not even priming you to get back in, basically. So before we go any further, we want to introduce you to our brother SPEARMAN-EL. How you doing, bro?
I'm all right, brother. How about yourself?
Not bad. All right, we have Sutton on the live line, Spearman in studio, and also want to let you know that coming up at the bottom of the hour, we're going to get an update on what's going on with our sister, Marianne Godbodo. She went to court on Friday and has to go to again tomorrow, and you're going to find out exactly what's been going on, how it's been going on, and why it's been going on. So let's jump right into this thing. Okay, brother Spearman, now, you also have a book. Let me not be remiss in that. This is your book. Entitled, what is your book entitled?
The Women of a Breadwinner.
The Women of a Breadwinner. A spellbinding, realistic novel, I've heard. And this is a portion of the cover. Let's just look at the cover of this thing. It says, The Women of a Breadwinner by SPEARMAN-EL. It's written by SPEARMAN-EL. And this brother is bringing the heat just like SUTTON-BEY is with ghetto racketeering. And we'll be soon getting into this book over the next couple weeks when it's released. This book, it will be released when, bruh?
Hopefully by Friday.
It'll be out by Friday. And then we'll be able to let the people know exactly what's going on with that once you and I talk and discuss this thing. All right. Tonight, we have two brothers, one in the regular penal colony and one on the federal level, or that was on the federal level. So I'm going to let you lead this thing off, Spearman. Exactly what is the malfunction of the federal penitentiary system?
Well, the adjustment back into society is the malfunction. You have being prepared to be released, and then once you're released, it's like they're not in contact with each other. The halfway houses that they release you to are privately owned, so the major concern is not to get you back into society as a productive citizen, but just to get another bed count. What I mean by that is when you come home, it's a lot of programs that are offered to re-entry programs into society for ex-convicts such as myself, but they're not offered in the halfway house. You have to really go out and research and do your own background checks and, just put your best foot forward as to they promote helping you readjust, but it's really no help.
Now, is this something that you were told that you were going to get before you left the penitentiary, or?
Absolutely. It's entitled with the package that they give you before you release. on if you've done several amount of years that you need 6 months to readjust in society, and you will be afforded certain benefits, grants, etc. However, when you reach society, they tell you that it's fraud if you apply for general assistance such as a bridge card, or you go to any other program that's not under their particular policy. However, Obama and other congressmen have made these policies available for ex-offenders. So it's basically like it's a cat and mouse game.
Okay. So basically, you've been, as Malcolm said, you've been boozled and hoodwinked, huh?
Absolutely.
Okay, now Sutton, let's get you in on this thing as well, man. Now, have you been getting some of those same kind of stories on the level that you are from brothers who've come out? Have any of these same kind of stories come back to you guys dealing with regular penitentiary life?
Well, I've definitely been hearing about it, and they horror stories, because they're being misled. Like the brother said, they're being misled before they even hit the bricks, that certain things is going to be allotted to them through policies and grants or subsidiaries that's attached to the reentry program that was placed in, it was put in order during the Bush administration. And it rolled over into the Obama administration, and they re-signed it, and they pushing it. So
now explain to me exactly what are you talking about? For those of us who are out here who don't know exactly what's going on, what policies were pushed, and what did they tell you guys?
Well, Spearman-El, you can take it if you want it, or I can go with it.
Well, I'll let you go first, bro.
Well, Bush, when he implemented the reentry program, he told specifically the Michigan Department of Corrections that they will not be funding this warehousing of inmates or warehousing of men and women in the Michigan Department of Correction. And in return, what they would have to do is they would have to implement the reentry program, and he allotted over $200 million into the reentry program. And what the reentry program has to do is, their criteria is to educate inmates on job training, job-seeking skills, helping them fill out applications, and helping them fill out grants or signing the necessary documents that is attached to their parole agent that will allot them grants, that Pell Grants to college, that will help them get student loans, that will help them get into housing, and get clothes, etc. And what is happening is, a lot of these cities within the state of Michigan have signed on to this reentry program and has gotten the money, but the focus of the money was to provide jobs for their family members and their friends and their constituents, instead of allotting this money to go to the ex-cons, male and female, so that they can re-enter into society successfully from an educational level and from an employment level. So
okay, now you said something that was very important, man. You said it was $200 million.
Over $200 million.
Now, that's around the same amount of money that's owed to the city of Detroit right now by the state. As a matter of fact, that's the exact $220 million is what they owe. So, do you think it's possible that the state is taking the money that's supposed to be to help the penitentiaries in this state and using it to try to plug the hole that they call the deficit?
Well, in all honesty, I don't know. I don't know the logistics on that, but I will say that anything is possible at this particular hour, because everybody is desperate, from the lowest municipality all the way up to the big gorilla. So it's definitely a possibility there, but I have no statistics on that, nor do I have any proof. However, I will say that I believe that the best thing for a person to do as far as researching with that is to study the research of Barbara Levine through the CAPS organization, and study the research from Jeff Garrett through the Detroit Free Press, who both of them have done extensive research and writings on that same topic, and the embezzlement of funds, the misappropriation of funds, etc. So, but in all honesty, I can't answer that question, but I will say that it's a great possibility.